Everybody welcome. Hey Luke, welcome to the stream. Yeah, this is on PS4.
Domination!
Well, that's the entire point of gaming with subs, Luke. So if you want to join me, feel free to.
Remember your training. Make us proud. Closing with Kaiser. Kaiser is ours. We control the battlefield. The enemy controls A.
Alright, so how are you today, Luke?
Enemy controls B. We need reinforcements.
Where the hell are they?
Enemy capturing Kaiser. Capturing Anton. Anton is ours. Diesel bombs ready.
Gotcha. Alright.
Moving into trench.
I'm just gonna warn you, I'm severely out of practice. I'm doing okay myself. I'm just severely out of practice.
Enemy taking A. The pillbox dead. More positions in enemy hands. Capturing Kaiser.
Just remember not to expect good gameplay from me. Because I don't play frequently.
We hold Kaiser.
Ah! Fuck!
Get me Deco.
See that? I got shot in the back.
Ich schmeiß eine Betäubungsgranate.
Taking B.
Shirayuki Sakura, welcome to the stream.
Fritz X-bomb mission underway. Recon searching for targets.
Well, I'm sorry you don't. I'm sorry you feel that way.
Securing Anton.
Well, if you want, you can always join me. Damn it.
Securing Bertha. Bertha locked down.
Fuck.
Enemy taking C.
God, I suck.
Enemy contact at Bertha. B is lost.
Well, if anybody wants to join me, I'm on PS4. He deserved it for being enough of a jackass just to stand there. It's not too bad, actually.
Securing Bertha. Losing objective Kaiser.
Believe it or not, I'm not drunk.
Prepare for the
Hey,
next
don't blink till
advance.
dawn. Well, if anybody wants to join me, it is Gaming with Subs night. I'm on PS4. You all know my gamer tag by now. So if you want to join, it's up to you.
Domination. Move out and take position. Hostiles inbound with Anton. Enemy controls C. Anton captured. Enemy recon aircraft in the air. Securing Bertha. Capturing Bertha. Incoming enemy artillery. Get to cover.
Yo, what the hell were they
Enemy controls B.
aiming at?
Capturing Bertha.
Well, like, welcome to the stream, dude.
Enemy taking A.
Hey, Relic. Tell us, don't blink till dawn.
Enemy
I hope
recon
it's good
aircraft in
news.
the air. Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover. Securing Bertha.
I'm doing alright, dude.
Enemy contact at Anton. Enemy contact at Anton. Securing Bertha. Enemy contact at Anton.
Oh, so you got
Enemy
Nintendo
contact
working?
at Bertha.
I'm glad to hear that, dude. So how'd you get it working?
Enemy contact at Anton. Incoming enemy artillery. Get to cover. Enemy airdrop observed. Deny the enemy resupply. Enemy taking A. Anton is lost. Enemy taking B.
Damn it.
Enemy contact at Bertha. Securing Kaiser. A captured.
So, how exactly were you did you need to do to fix it?
Losing objective Anton. Enemy mortar fire incoming. Fall back. Enemy bomber in the sky. Take cover. Bertha is overrun.
Yeah, I played through the campaign a while ago, Krill. I just never streamed it.
Securing Bertha. We hold Bertha. Enemy contact at Bertha. Enemy capturing Bertha. Care package descending. Protect the DC. Losing objective Bertha.
So you guys really want to see me do the campaign?
Losing objective Anton. Recon searching for targets. Securing Kaiser. Enemy paratroopers in the sky. Capturing Anton. Kaiser locked down.
Fuck.
Enemy contact at Kaiser. Enemy bomber in the sky. Take cover. Enemy taking C.
I suppose I should have, if I was going to suggest this, played it a little bit.
Observe. Get to cover. Enemy holds all positions. Correct the situation. Taking A. Enemy recon aircraft in the air.
I got him! I guess not.
Enemy fighter pilot, fall back. Air package descending. Protect the DC. Failure is unacceptable. Fight harder next time.
Yeah, I suck. Remember, if anybody wants to game with me, feel free to join me. Well, you tried, Danny. That's all that counts. I'm doing okay, Nicholas, and welcome to the stream, dude. You don't need to give me a game. Just thank you for showing up, dude.
Domination! Move out and take position. Hostiles inbound.
If you do you have a PS4 with right now an internet connection in this game? If so, you can join, Mr. Anderson.
Enemy has Bertha.
Oh, great. A fucking camper.
Taking B.
Alright, you can join then.
Enemy contact at Kaiser. Capturing Anton. A captured. Enemy capturing Anton.
Tough/guy/25.
Enemy contact at Anton. All positions in enemy hands. Enemy recon aircraft in the air. Taking B.
Oh. Well, he was burning to death, so I can't say I blame him.
Securing Kaiser. Taking B. C captured.
Alright. So is your ad Mr. Anderson? Because after that... Yeah, my advice to you, if you don't know what to do, how to handle electronics, don't try learning the hard way.
Enemy counterintelligence aircraft observed. Enemy recon aircraft in the air. Enemy contact at Anton. Taking B. Delta is ours. Dropping Fritz bomb.
Damn it.
Securing Kaiser.
I gotta clean up my performance.
Kaiser is ours.
Yeah, PS2 still work. Plus, well, it's nice to see you're gonna give it a chance regardless.
Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover.
And welcome to the stream, Shirayuki.
Bertha is overrun.
You're in the pub house.
Hey, capture.
Damn you.
Capturing Bertha. Taking B.
And also, I'm sorry to hear you and your wolf girl didn't work through it.
Losing objective and
Alright, Mr. Anderson, welcome to the stream. Alright, Sakura.
Enemy recon aircraft in the air.
Guess it doesn't go through wood. How the...
Good work. Prepare for the next advance.
Hey bro, I'm the DJ of this server. Man, I gotta go eat.
Well, it said you were a new follower. Let me finish up this match and I'll send you an invite, Mr. Anderson.
I'm the DJ in this motherfucker server.
Domination. Remember your training. Make us proud. Taking A. Enemy has Kaiser.
Well, it's time. I don't need any form of music playing on my stream.
Enemy paratroopers surrounding us. Firing battery 1. Targets position confirmed. Enemy taking A. Enemy capturing Anton. Enemy has Bertha. Securing Bertha.
God, you gotta love those incendiary shells.
Enemy airdrop observed. Deny the enemy resupply.
Oh, God!
Enemy
Damn it!
Enemy recon aircraft
Could have stole his whole care package.
Enemy flamethrower in the field. Enemy care package observed. Deny the enemy resupply. Enemy recon aircraft in the air. Capturing Kaiser. Enemy taking A. Enemy
Thank you,
taking A.
Toncho, and welcome to the stream. Sorry I didn't greet you earlier.
Objective Kaiser. Anton is lost. Enemy contact at Kaiser.
What mode
Enemy care
were
package
you thinking
observed.
you wanted to
Deny
play
the
with
enemy
me?
Resupply. Capturing Anton. Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover. Securing Bertha. Incoming enemy artillery. Get to cover. Securing Bertha. Enemy counter-recon aircraft observed. Inbound. Fall back. Incoming enemy artillery. Get to cover. Capturing Anton. Enemy paratroop is in the sky.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me before too on stream.
Enemy taking C.
Doesn't seem to matter what I do.
Positions in enemy hands.
I can't believe I just got lucky enough to get away with that.
Closing with Anton.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Failure is unacceptable. Fight harder next time.
Alright, Mr. Anderson, I'm going to send you an invite in just a moment. Nader Destroyer, welcome to the stream. Dude, I suck at this game. You do not want me trying to carry you on any of it. Dude, I'm completely out of practice. I suck at this. You don't want to know, Shane. Welcome to the stream. Alright, friends, I'm gonna have to find you, Mr. Anderson. Give me a moment. I don't blame ya. It's nice to see you too, Danny H2O. Alright, let me find you, Mr. Anderson. Alright, whoever wants to join, please speak up. I agree with you, Danny. Alright. Okay, hold on. Well, thank you, Danny. Somebody else also said they wanted to play with me. Can you tell me who? Hey, Lolly, welcome to the stream, dude. Sorry, I wasn't able to chat with you yesterday. Well, if you want to do party chat, let's do it in Discord, Mr. Anderson, if you can. Alright, I'm in, okay, it recognizes me. Alright, it's set up in here. I'm waiting for one more person, said they wanted to play with me earlier, but I need you to speak up if you're still in the lobby. I hope you're having a good day, Lollylulelo. Well, thanks, Don't Blink Till Dawn. Alright. We're going back to the game. Alright, hold on. Alright, Mr. Anderson. I'm sending you an invite right now. Well, welcome to my party, Mr. Anderson. Remember, if you want to chat with me, go ahead and do so on Discord. Yeah, it is a remake. Don't Blink Till Dawn. That's up to you. If you want to do text chat, that's fine. You want to do voice chat, that's fine. I'm on the stream chat channel in my Discord when you want to join, Mr. Anderson. If not, let's just play.
Bonjour.
Well, Mr. Anderson, nice to hear from you again, dude.
The devil are you, sir?
Believe it or not, the cringeworthy scrub you're talking to is SSG.
Well, it's good to hear from you, my friend. Yeah, I trust you're well in your part of the world.
Yeah, yesterday, let's just say I had one nutty stream.
Yeah, you said, my friend.
I received
the
about
donations were crazy.
Yeah. All right. What do you want to play exactly over on Standard? Do you want to play Standard, DLC, Featured? Oh, we can't do DLC.
Yeah, I wish I actually invested time into this game. We might have to just play. Might just have to play the standard modes. I don't know. Are you good at war? Do you like war?
Yeah, I'm extremely rusty to the extreme.
Oh, mate, you're not wrong. I'm probably in the same boat, my friend.
Alright, let's just do some domination to get warmed up.
To me.
Sorry to make the decision, it's just right now that I'm just too out of practice.
Yeah, well, we got to get into it. I mean, well, as you could tell, I'm actually lower ranked than you. I kind of pick. It's one of them games I just pick up. I find I'll start playing it, and then I'll give up, and I won't play it for a good 3 or 4 months, and then jump back into it. Obviously, I've played Call of Duty historically, but
well, way back when I was pretty good at Black Ops 2, but you know, after having to deal with enough toxic people, I just said fuck it after a while. I didn't really want to be surrounded with that type of environment.
I lost their touch a little bit. Call of Duty, because I love the my first proper big one was Call of Duty 3, but Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2 was absolutely where it was for me, and to see it kind of rapidly decline. But again, it's just one of them things where if you've got an annual release of a series, this is inevitable. You know, it's inevitably going to happen. But the World War II is, you know, it's serving its purpose. I mean, admittedly, Call of Duty World at War absolutely wins in every single category. But it's kind of getting the idea, and I'm interested to see what they do with Black Ops 4.
Well, I will say that I'm not going to pre-order Black Ops 4.
I've got to be honest, my friend. I don't think I'm going to either. Normally, historically, I always pre-order. I mean, World War II I pre-ordered. But...
All right, let's go. Yeah, I agree with you, and thank you, Danny. All right.
Taking aim.
Question that I'll ask you, Star, is: are you excited for Resident Evil 2 remake?
Oh, fuck yes. I've been wanting it since 2002.
Man, my friend, I've booked the time off for work already in preparation. Although I must admit, I don't know if I need 1 day or 2 days. Again, I don't know whether we're going to have multiple scenarios or if it's just going to be a Claire and Leon and they're just going to have like a 12-hour campaign or something like that. That's what I'm envisioning. I'm not quite sure. I think they're going to do away with the A and B scenarios personally, and maybe just have a kind of a streamlined. Maybe Claire is just B scenario and Leon is just A scenario. That's what I'm thinking anyway. What are your thoughts?
Probably the same. But one thing I will say is I agree that it's going to go away simply because of the fact that there's enough space now to where they don't need to do that. Meaning the discs out on the PS4 and PC are way bigger than the ones on the PlayStation.
You've got to think the last time Resident Evil 2 was out, you know, it was on 700 megabyte discs. Now, what's a dual layer Blu-ray, like 100 gigs or something like that? So I think that'll have plenty of space to put.
No, nowhere near that big. I can tell you that much. Probably around 10-50 gigabytes. Plus, I even invested in this rig, one, to stream better, and two, to right now to have something that will actually play my PC games on stream. My new rig is...
Go on, far away. Sorry, Star.
Alright, my new rig right now is an 8-core AMD one.
Probably need all the processing power, because what do you use, OBS or slobs? I think everyone's starting to use slobs now because of you know, obviously its integration with Streamlabs.
Well, with me, I use XSplit. I have a year-long license.
Oh, do you know what? Historically, I used XSplit, but it wasn't until OBS Studio came out, because I really wasn't a fan of OBS's UI. And it was only when OBS Studio came out, which I, you know, jumped on the OBS bandwagon, and it was free, of course.
They're capturing.
Well, yeah, that's always been the best thing about it, is it's free.
Throwing stun grenade.
But with XSplit and some of its new features like window capture, I mean, hell, I don't even need anything else.
I suppose it kind of serves its own purpose. I suppose there's no plan for you to extend into Facebook Live there, Star? Or are you just going to stick with what's it, YouTube and Twitch you're streaming to now?
Well, with me, I quit on Twitch because I never got an audience. And plus, right now, I'm not sure how I feel about Facebook. The only social media I have will be... has been Twitter. That's the only social media I've ever had or wanted.
They're taking Baker.
Yeah.
What about you? Are you going to be going into Facebook Live?
Baker's lost.
Yeah, do you know what? Obviously, you're familiar. You actually introduced me to Restream, so thank you for that. But yeah, you were familiar with Restream. There's this the big problem with Restream. You can only stream to I think it's two sources. But if you want to stream to Facebook Live specifically, you have to pay like a premium and pay like $15 a month for. I don't know what that is in pounds.
Yeah, I'm just gonna flat out say fuck that. I mean, there's no way I'm gonna pay right now for that when I already have XSplit.
But now they, I found another one. I don't know if you're interested. It's called Caster, C-A-S-T-R, Caster.io, I think it's called. And you can actually stream to Facebook Live. And I've tested it. It does the job. It certainly does the job. But I do find that the stream on Facebook, like the YouTube and the Twitch one, will be pretty much real time. Maybe 30 seconds behind actual. Sorry, a couple of seconds behind actual real time. But I find that the Facebook Live one's a good 3 or 4 minutes. It's pretty horrific actually, so you can't really have that sort of engaging interactive stream like you normally do, for example. Talk to your viewers, because obviously there's going to be such a big time gap between when you receive the message and when you relay it back.
Yeah, something like that I'm not even the tiniest bit interested in doing. Meaning, with me, the entire point of streaming is to interact with people. What's the point of being a streamer if you don't interact with people? Just download videos, YouTube.
The way YouTube used to be, you know, 20 Dark Side Phil, you know, 20-minute clips or however many clips. But I think that's so outdated. I think the concept of playing games, they should do like a compilations video, is just so outdated.
Stretch Limo, welcome to the stream. You really are watching something called Fairy Tail?
Good work.
Don't blink.
The next push.
Anime has gotten weird over the years. And just like I said, for me, the entire purpose of being a live streamer is interactivity with my audience. If I can't do that, then I don't see a purpose to being a streamer.
Hold all positions.
Yeah, you might as well. You're just looking to nobody, aren't you, really? But yeah, that's definitely the most. I find that it's good, isn't it? Good, especially Resident Evil, which I still find, especially the older ones, are a little bit niche. Now, it's not like a Call of Duty where you know you're going to, or Fortnite where you know you're going to get a big audience. You know, people who typically watch Resident Evil streams are people that are interested in Resident Evil. I might just go on a Fortnite stream just because, but where Resident Evil is so kind of specialist and niche. I find the people that do watch it are very, very interested in it, very interested in you, and they just want to, you know, chew the fat. They want to talk with you about Resident Evil and just, you know, enjoy Resident Evil and just like talk about different trivias and stuff like that. I like that's my favourite part of streaming.
Over there.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I mean, people who are there for Resident Evil aren't there for other shit. They're there for Resident Evil. Maybe a little variety is good, but they don't really like it for the most part. Or at least that's been my viewpoint.
What, you know, Resident Evil 2, 3, they're sort of what, realistically, now me and you have both played it. Well, we play it a ridiculous amount of times, what, 2-3 hour experience, and people still come back and watch it. You know, for the most part, it's not like it's like Left 4 Dead where it's got like a randomizer feature, unless of course you're playing that amazing randomizer feature for RE1 Remake, which I think is phenomenal.
Yeah, I did too. I mean, just
absolutely fantastic.
Well, I'm waiting for the one for 2. It's being worked out at the moment.
I just might add to you, Star, that there is already one out for 2. It's on the old N64. I played it the other day on the stream. It's pretty weird.
Still right now, but there's another one that's being but there's still right now a randomizer coming out for like the PC
Enemy
version.
recon aircraft observed.
My weekend's been pretty good, Stretch Limo. I want to play that on my stream. I mean, I can't really play the one for N64 since I don't have the copy of it.
Taking Baker.
Yeah. The big thing with the N64 one is it's not really a randomizer feature. If you check the archives one, it's of what I recorded, it's pretty weird. Basically, the only things that are randomised are non-important items, so health, like keys and everything like that, are all still in the same place. Which you might say defeats the object, but for example, I started the game and I had about 40 Magnum rounds, which is absolutely ridiculous. Like, it is borderline overpowered.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't like, you know, things right now where, you know, there's just too many. Where you're giving too much of anything, where you're too overpowered. To me, it's boring.
Definitely.
Paratroopers inbound.
No, Stretch Limo, I have not. And when I asked about it in Wesker's Discord, he said right now, I was told that it was only being distributed to certain people, that it's still in the beta.
Huh. Think you'll black yourself out from all information RE2 related? Like, are you going to play a demo, or are you just going to experience it on day one?
Well, to me, I don't really want too much information on it. I just want to see enough gameplay to make my own opinion on it.
I think what we've seen is pretty good. I like the inventory system. I like the fact it's borrowed a lot of features from Dark Side Chronicles. Actually, you know, Marvin's in the main hall, which is pretty interesting. But I'm happy with what I've seen. I don't want to spoil it for myself and watch too much. I want to kind of experience, you know, how everyone did in the 90s with the original Resident Evil, you know?
Yeah, I want that nostalgia back. I couldn't put it any better myself, Mr. Anderson. I don't want people, I don't want to spoil myself on it and decide how it's going to be before I play it.
They're taking Baker.
Just took A and died. Tragic. Although, I think we may have turned this game around, Star.
Oh, I think we did too.
We lost A.
I may not be the best player, but I'm a doggedly stubborn when I want to win.
It's not always about how many people you kill. Well, obviously domination is about the objective.
Anti-aircraft bursts commenced. Targeting enemy aircraft.
You rock it at the moment. I'm not actually watching your stream. Obviously, I'm playing. What are you shotgunning it? Are you machine gunning it?
I'm using an assault rifle. And another thing I am going to tell you is I'm planning on doing RE0 tomorrow.
Yes, Star. Yes. I must admit, I picked it back up the other day for the first time in what felt like years. So, yeah, I need to get back into it. I've never actually played Resident Evil on my stream, so.
Resident Evil 0, you never played it?
Well, I've played it, but like, per se. It's just one of them games I just haven't invested in like I have with 1, 2, 3, 4, etc.
Well, yeah, same here. I've only played it one time.
Game though, it's one of the best proper Resident Evil experiences.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can say I don't like about it is the 6-item inventory.
Yes, but you do have the addition. Obviously, you've got your man Billy, who's always hanging around, sorting you out. So it's not too bad.
Ah, well, that's cool. Don't blink till dawn. And Danny says you're all right in his book.
Well, I've just loaded up the chat, Star, and I've just read that, so I really appreciate that, Danny. Bit of French boob, bit of English boob. Go on, my son. Well, if I may say, Star, it is completely appropriate that an American man and an English man just happen to be playing a World War II game, I must say.
Yeah, I thought that too. I mean, you know, it's completely and utterly appropriate. I mean, it's perfect fitting for the game itself.
Except it wasn't the Americans turning up late this time. It was the English turning up late. Although I'll keep my opinions.
No, you're free to say it if you want.
Very appropriate stuff.
Domination. Secure and hold all positions.
It's just good to be on stream with you, I must admit. I didn't think it'd be quite Call of Duty. I thought maybe it'd be a Resident Evil Outbreak or something like that. So
yeah, that's
yeah,
another
I'm
game we need to
this,
play together. Sorry for interrupting, Mr. Anderson, but we need to do Outbreak together sometime.
You are not wrong there, Star. You are not wrong.
Oh,
PCS
God.
X2, all set up and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm gonna need something nice and fast and hard hitting. Yeah, but that's what we need to do is play that sometime.
Enemy recon aircraft confirmed.
100%. Do you know what? It's on the list. It's on the list.
Yeah, I just hope you have an account set up on the emulator.
Yeah, I've had it set up for ages. I actually streamed it once with my brother on my channel. Obviously, we did it locally. I hit on his PC and my PC, but I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard to do it across the Atlantic.
Alright, don't blink till Dawn said he could play it too hard. Could play it with us.
Well, we just need one more team and then we've got the squad, haven't we? We've got the squad. I think, is it full player? Is it a full player Outbreak? Also, it is, by the way, just on the side note, it's criminal that Outbreak hasn't been remastered and put on the store. It just seems like a money-making thing that Capcom are completely overlooking, and that really makes me sad.
Well, and Capcom also said they would be interested in doing it again.
It just seems like the money's on the table. It's on the table.
Yeah, I agree with you.
How hard is it to put it on their fancy, what they called it, the RE engine, the RE framework engine? How hard would it be to just upgrade some assets?
Oh, you know, if they really don't want to do work on it, just, you know, re-release the, they could do what they did with Code Veronica, just code it for PS4. Alright, that's cool, don't blink till dawn.
Yeah. I'll be happy with that. Just seems like they're completely missing an opportunity there. They really are. It's one of the purest Resident Evil experiences. If not, I would say it's the most realistic Resident Evil experience. I mean, it always did annoy me that you could get bit so many times by a zombie. Everyone else in the Resident Evil universe dies. You take a herb, and you're fine. You have the addition of the infected feature, where over time, of course, you get infected and then die. I always thought that was absolutely amazing. And the fact that it hasn't been brought to any other Resident Evil is actually sad.
Jesus, criminy. Meaning, it feels like we're completely spawn trapped.
Ruined. I've just realised that this map is Shipment from Call of Duty 4, and I've been playing this map for a good 5 minutes. I was like, why do I know this? Why is this so familiar? Okay.
Yeah, but not quite the green herb you have in mind, Stretch Limo. Still, yeah. Meaning, I never have gotten right now why they're not, you know, dead set on remastering.
Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover.
Criminal. It's borderline criminal.
And Thraxified, welcome to the stream.
Enemy recon
Looks like our donation angel joined us on stream.
Rest up for the next push.
And at Thraxified, if you want, I'll give you an invite and you can join me in the match.
Bring him in, bring him in.
Oh,
pretty good.
I don't know if he has a PS4 or not.
Find out. Listen, if I can dial into this stream at what's the time now? If I can dial in at 9:30 to play with my man
Advance and take position.
SSG, I'm sure there's another chap out there that can jump on stream with us.
Taking Charlie.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the downside to doing gaming with subs. It's like nobody really tells me that when they're available.
And it's not even one of them things you can put out an announcement, because obviously when you stream it's kind of completely reactive.
Enemy recon aircraft observed. They're capturing Charlie.
Outbreak is definitely on the cards, 100%. Well, I haven't played Outbreak in years. I've maybe played the first scenario, Jay's Bar or whatever it is. Played that umpteen times, but I must admit I'm a bit lacking.
Closing with Charlie.
Yeah, I don't know much about the game myself. I mean,
Enemy recon aircraft observed.
all right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Anthraxified. But you by any chance wouldn't have Resident Evil Outbreak on PC, would you?
If not, be gettable. the joys of the internet have made getting Biohazard Outbreak absolutely possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually quite easy to set up.
C capture.
I was amazed at how simple it is. Good lord, these guys like throwing flashbangs. I don't know, Shay. I honestly wouldn't say. I honestly would say no on that one.
Closing with Baker.
That's a new star, to be honest. I'm actually. Oh, sorry, I am actually bottom of the leaderboard. Fantastic. How can you snipe on this map? It's too small.
Well, it's too small to even bother looking at the goddamn radar. Meaning, it's like Nuketown right now with crates. Alright, well, Anthraxified, I just wanted to offer to be fly dude. Alright.
Enemy bomber approaching. Secondary bombs incoming. Closing with Baker. Enemy recon aircraft observed. Fire in the hole.
Just forwarded on from that Capcom point as well. That they actually went through all the hassle of bringing out all of the ports and remasters to PS4. Bar Outbreak. It's literally the only one. Oh, and Code Veronica. What's all that about? They bought 4, but they didn't bring Code Veronica. That was a bit annoying.
So I hope you're having a good night, Anthraxified. Mine is 34. Fuck. All I want at this point is this map to end. Because this torture isn't worth it.
Was it 56 to 189? That's ridiculous.
Because no matter what we do, we never get a chance right now to spawn. Alright, well thank you, Danny, for coming.
Keep moving.
As always, your viewership's appreciated.
Our advance failed. Pull back to the MLR.
Tony, welcome to the stream. I want to throw it out there. If you want to join, feel free to join. I'll give you my PSN number. I'll give you my PSN name. So what future plans do you have for your you have on your channel, Mr. Anderson?
It's oh, 2 seconds, my friend. Hang on. Yeah, I think for me, Star, it's preparing for Resident Evil 2. It's building. I mean, I really only played Resident Evil 2 and 3 on my account. I just feel like I need to kind of branch out a little bit. I really want to play Revelations on my stream. That would be good. Revelations 2, of course. Resident Evil 0, just kind of teeing up all the games before I eventually, obviously, play the remake. And that will be, like, you know, I'll literally go pick it up, bring it home, stream it.
Well, with me, I want to do 2. I also want to actually... I also want to do Resident Evil Revelations 2.
Game, I must admit. Well, what about yourself? Aside from that, have you got any big games planned?
Well, I'm thinking of doing Walking Dead Clementine Final Area. I mean, the final, you know, the final chapter with her. I mean, have you ever played The Walking Dead?
That's kind of like Heavy Rain, isn't it? Where it's kind of make choices, don't you? I don't know if you had a chance to play Heavy Rain, but it's a fantastic. It's pretty much. I'm sure that's what I'm thinking of. Is the Walking? I've never played Walking Dead, admittedly. It's kind of like storytelling more so than the game, isn't it? You make choices.
Yeah, somewhat fantastic. Like that. It's not completely like that. Heavy Rain's another one I want to do. I got it for free on PSN.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I forgot it was on the premium. But again, fantastic game, and I think it's got about 18 different endings. So I remember playing it back in the day and just absolutely grinding to get all the endings to that. It's a fantastic game.
I mean, there's so many good games I want to play. I mean, one game I want to play still is Final Fantasy VIII. Another one I want to play is Final Fantasy IX. I mean, meaning the list is just getting too great, Mr. Anderson.
I think I missed the boat on Final Fantasy, and I don't even know where to start. I've never played a Final Fantasy game, and it's probably criminal at this point.
Well, I'm just going to warn you that there's so many good ones, it's going to be hard for you to tell. So who's stalking you anyway, Don't Blink Till Dawn?
Thank you for the subscription, Danny. Apologies that I had to get that through you, Star. I like to get all my subscribers organically, but thank you for that, Danny.
Dude, don't worry about it.
Remember your training. Make us proud.
One of these days right now, I'll lead a stream raid on your stream. That way I can see your subscriber count skyrocket.
I'm a pretty modest person, to be honest. Even if I get a couple of people on my stream, I'm happy as anything, because that's 2 people. For example, that's 2 people kind of taking the time out of their day to enjoy Resident Evil with me, which is.
Yeah, I'm the same way, dude. I mean, I may not get more than 40, 50 people, but I'm happier than hell with that.
Most definitely.
And me personally, my policy on donations, even if somebody gives me a penny, I'm very happy.
Most definitely. This map is definitely a sniper's paradise, Star.
I mean, to me right now, I'm not like a douchebag like DSP who would e-bag his own subs.
It's getting to the. I mean, obviously, back in the day, I was just like everyone was a massive DSP fan when he was kind of, when he still had a full-time job, like an actual full-time job. But it's just sad, man. I feel it's gotten to the point. Like, I don't even feel sorry for him anymore. Like, it's just sad to watch.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna be too irritated with me, but I've never felt sorry for him at all. When I look at him, he just nauseates and infuriates me.
Enemy
Oh,
contact
Christ.
at Anton.
But if you go back and watch his sort of like pre-20, I'd say 2011
This helps, man.
playthrough, for example, is probably one of the best playthroughs I've ever seen. It was really funny, but it was organic. It wasn't like forced. Like now he does stuff to he calls it incentivized donations, and it gets to the point. Well, I know you're just playing games because you want to earn money.
Anthraxified,
Enemy recon aircraft
just
in the
gave
air.
me even more money, dude. I mean, thank you, Anthraxified.
Is ours.
Donation
And
hype
Frank-
Anthraxified. Donation hype
Yeah.
$8.
Enemy taking C.
Sorry
Sorting you
about
out,
that.
Star. He is sorting you out.
I mean,
Capturing Anton.
it's nuts. Sorry for
Enemy
interrupting
recon
you though,
aircraft
Mr.
in the
Anderson.
air.
I just wanted to give him props for doing that.
It's your stream.
No, I don't like it interrupting
Enemy bomb
people,
incoming.
but
Get to cover. Enemy
Yeah,
bomb incoming. Get to
the
cover.
gotta be
man's
done.
nuts. He's gave me so much money already.
Capturing Anton.
Wow, thank you, Anthraxified.
Closing with Kaiser.
I mean,
It's
it's
just
just,
starting to build. Oh, it's gone. Sorry. Apologies. Carry on.
well, it's just right now with DSP, all I've ever seen him do is e-bag every fucking time he goes online anymore.
Yeah, like his tax returns come back and it's too much money, or he needs money to do something else. It's just, oh Christ, really? It's just sad. It's just sad at this point.
Incoming enemy artillery. Get to cover.
Fuck.
Incoming enemy
That
artillery.
sniper's
Get to
one
cover.
dug in son of a bitch.
This is definitely a sniper's paradise, this map, unfortunately.
I know, I mean, but still Anthraxified. I don't even know what to say to you anymore. It's just, thank you, dude. I mean, this map, unless you have a sniper's rifle, you don't stand a chance on it.
Domination.
Oh, did I tell you about my internet
Move out and
problems?
take position. Hostiles inbound. Anton.
I caught a glimpse of it in your Discord. I know you mentioned that you had a problem uploading, and I imagine the issue's remedied now.
Well, apparently, according to my cable company, even though I was dropping all the frames every time I tried to stream, there was no problem.
I somehow can't see that.
Taking B.
Well, apparently, I'm wrong.
Did it affect you in general though? Did it affect you in general, like other uploading tasks instead of streaming? Like, I don't know if you like torrent or something like that, or use you upload another
Enemy
way.
bomb incoming. Get to cover.
Yeah.
Did you like test it out? 'Cause it might have just been like a server on Twitch or something like that, or YouTube. It was.
B captured. Enemy mortar fire.
Well, I tried every time. I tried a lot of different ways of uploading, but nothing would help. I mean, honestly, don't know if it was a YouTube problem or not, but I just think it was. Good kill, Mr. Anderson.
Issue. I mean, I've recently moved into my own apartment with my partner, and she we've got an internet package with a local ISP, and it's it just I seem to be streaming on OBS, and it'd be working for a good 3 hours or something like that, or however long. Say it's 2 hours, for example, and it always drops to zero kbs that are uploading. End up dropping loads of frames. I have to restart the stream. I don't know. I can't figure out why it is, but it's really you'll have a really good stream, and it's just so demotivational when like all of a sudden your stream cuts out. It's horrific.
Yeah, I know what you mean, dude. That's a real kick in the nuts.
Securing Kaiser.
Alright, Anthraxified. If you want, I'll play Emily Wants to Play tomorrow.
Gib mir Sperrfeuer!
I just hope it's as scary as people say it is, because I play a lot of games and they're nowhere near as scary as people claim. I mean, you know, that's why I stopped with Amnesia: The Dark Descent when I was streaming it. I mean, I don't know about how your feelings are, but to me, I just got bored with it. In a game like that, all you could do is run. And to me, that just ain't enough.
I personally wasn't a fan of Outlast. I thought it was a jump scare. I don't know. It just come across as hokey to me. I was very happy that Resident Evil 7 didn't take that approach. I mean, a lot of people say that Outlast approach, but I don't think it really did. I thought Resident Evil 7 was actually, if I don't mind saying, a bloody good Resident Evil game.
It was. I'm not much of a fan of the first-person aim, but other than that, though, I really liked the game.
It had all the mechanics that we wanted. You know, healing items, ink ribbons. Well, I say ink ribbons or cassettes now, but hey, yeah, had everything we want. Story progression, moving to different location, a mansion of sorts. I guess you could say. It was very good. Very good.
It was a pretty good game.
Enemy recon aircraft in
You have my word, Anthraxified. In exchange for those donations, I'll be more than happy to play it for you. Yeah, but I agree with you. I wonder what we're going to get to save on in the next Resident Evil cassettes. Oh, we already have cassettes. Maybe CDs?
Blu-rays. SD cards.
No, they're not obsolete enough.
I'm still hoping for a Dino Crisis remake. I really am.
Oh yeah, Dino Crisis is really good. Alright, well thank you for coming, Don't Blink Till Dawn.
I'm in this Facebook page on I was gonna say Facebook page on Facebook. It's not Facebook. And it's like a Resident Evil group. And I put up a picture of that, you know, Stephen Crowder with the change my mind thing. And I just said Dino Crisis is a Resident Evil game, changed my mind. And the amount of people that just lost their mind over it, and they was just like, well, if Dino Crisis is a Resident Evil game, Devil May Cry is a Resident Evil game. I was like, that's not quite the same. I mean, Dino Crisis is a Resident Evil game. It has the same mechanics, has the same, you know, perspective, same sort of shooting, same sort of inventory management, same sort of healing, same sort of story progression. Management, but it's not a Resident Evil game.
Well, true, but like I said, the one game I want to play with you, it would be Resident Evil Outbreak one of these days.
Definitely.
Don't Blink Till Dawn said he'll play, and me and you both have accounts, so that makes 3 people.
And what's good is there's 2 games. There's 2 games.
Damn straight, Roughneck Renegade. Dino Crisis does rule. Welcome to the stream, dude.
I really wanted to be in the creative meeting when they come up with Dino Crisis 3, like the back in like 2002 or whenever it was. Like, yeah, we've got this idea for a new Dino Crisis game, but we're gonna set it in space. Something like Dino Crisis.
Yeah, that would have been cool. I mean, the first Dino Crisis was pretty much right now, due to the fact, dinos only existed due to the fact there was a tear in space-time.
Did you ever play Dino Crisis 3? Like on stream or anything?
No, I did not. Have you ever played Silent Hill 2, Mr. Anderson?
You're gonna hate me, Star, but I'm gonna have to say no. I don't know how a Resident Evil player like myself, who has played Resident Evil since I was a child, has escaped not playing Silent Hill in my life ever.
I'm gonna warn you.
It's upsetting.
But I'm gonna warn you right now. It's one of the hardest endings to actually hear in a video game ever. It's not going to go easy on you.
Silent Hill 2 is effectively the Resident Evil 2 of Silent Hill. That's
Advance
why I
and
always
take
hear it's
position.
the best one.
Taking Charlie. Enemy has Able.
Star, what do you think's the best Resident Evil,
Hold Charlie.
in your humble opinion?
I'm gonna have to say Resident Evil 2.
God, yes. I'm exactly the same. I don't
Even
think
though-
anything comes close.
And the Source Next version is my favorite version. How are you
I'd say the
tonight,
N60.
Roughneck?
I'd say the N64 was probably my favourite version. It's not a definitive version, but it's just unique. It just has these little quirks in it, which I really like.
But with me right now, I like the Source Next version because it's fast and it has door skip.
Skip is, I'd say, pretty essential.
Taking Able. Enemy capturing Charlie.
They're by the tank!
Taking Able.
GameCube versions of the Resident Evil games are pretty good. I did enjoy them.
Enemy
Yeah, I have
contacting
2 and 3
Charlie.
on the GameCube too.
They're brilliant. They're brilliant ports
Enemy contacted Able.
with them. Because all they are is just
Charlie is
effectively
overrun.
it was just a DualShock version.
Closing with Charlie. Enemy recon
I
aircraft
felt like
observed.
it could have been maybe a copy of the PC version, so you could have had like hard mode and
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, why no hard mode on the GameCube version?
big missed opportunity. Which leads me to say that the definitive version is probably the Dreamcast version. If obviously you don't count the Source Next version. Source Next is Japanese, meaning it's Biohazard.
It's fast.
It is good. The version I stream on, the Source Next version. Mainly because of the skippable door scenes. I think just PC versions in general, the Resident Evil games, because of the skippable door scenes. Especially if you're backtracking, it wastes so much time.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, thank you for subscribing. Hey David, welcome to the stream, dude.
At the checkpoint!
Thank you, Arnold.
Enemy contacted Charlie.
Yeah, somebody actually on my stream named Arnold Schwarzenegger subscribed.
Another day in the office.
Trailer, enemy spotted.
Over there!
I'm gonna cut around. Ah, fuck. Oh, David, that's cool, dude. Meaning normally you order super cool handguns. Yeah, I mean, he has one right now. He actually bought his handgun with the Stars logo on
Taking
it.
Able.
What about you, Mr. Anderson? You're gonna get a hold of the collector's edition?
Might do. It depends what features it's got on it. I did. I got the collector's version of Resident Evil 7, so I probably would, just out of principle, I guess.
They're taking Able.
He's moving!
One
Yeah.
for you, Star. I got one for you.
All right, go ahead.
Lost A.
Bearing in mind, it's an Englishman and an American man on
Being
stream.
captured.
What questions would you like to ask about what the here versus your culture?
Oh, you British? Well, first of
Yeah.
all, we Americans can't... Alright, we'll see you later, Arnold. That's cool, David. Well, first off, right now, we Americans don't really have a culture. How do you British view us, anyway? Are we viewed as the savages? In your eyes?
No, I think the British. Obviously, I don't know if how clued in you are on politics. So again, I'm going to try and avoid politics because no one likes to talk about
Bottle bombs
politics.
ready.
But I don't know if you're cultured about politics over here. There's a big thing called Brexit, so we are really relying on our American brethren to set us up with a nice trade deal. Obviously, I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna try and keep politics talk to a minimum. I'm not going to say if I voted in or out, but yeah, we are relying on our brethren to,
Enemy
our
capturing
American brethren to pull us out of this one.
Taking Baker.
But yeah, just generally pretty favourable.
Firing division artillery. Target
Good
they're
stuff.
taking Able.
As a man, as a British man who went to
Enemy
America
contact.
in December, went to New York City, and I do not understand this. Please explain to me. Obviously, I understand the reasoning behind it, but it's different over here. Why on earth
They're capturing
is
Baker.
it up to the customer for
Good work.
you know,
Rest up
tipping,
for the next
effectively
push.
gratuity? Why is that a thing? I find the concept of it ridiculous. Look, I know why they do it. I know why they do it because obviously, you know, you tip based on the service you receive. It's got to be like what 15 to 20% or whatever. But why don't restaurants just pay, just like over here? Why don't restaurants just pay the waitresses a fair wage, like minimum wage?
Yeah, I agree with you, David. Well, they do pay minimum wage, but minimum wage over here is like $2.13 for a waiter or waitress.
Really?
Yeah. I think that would probably
Minimum
add up
wage
to
over
less
here.
than a pound in British money.
Yeah, pounds pretty. I think it's one. I think it's like one. Actually, let's get the exchange rate up now. Pound
Enemy contacted.
to dollar. It's £1 to $1.3. So it'd probably be around £2 for $2.50, which is absolutely insane. How can someone live off that? Over here, wage is about £8.25, which works out obviously to about $9.5. So we pay our guys over here a flat rate. That's what you get. But obviously, we still offer gratuity. But if I go into a restaurant with my partner, there is no obligation for me to tip.
Enemy capturing Able.
Expensive over here as well.
Recon aircraft. They're capturing Able.
Well, I agree with you on that.
Enemy recon aircraft observed.
I mean, right now, it is ridiculous that people are working over here for $2.13 an hour. I agree with you wholeheartedly, David. Why are
What it does is it puts the onus on paying staff on the customer, and an excuse I hear is that, oh well, the food's cheap. You get cheap food and you have to pay for the service, and it's not like that at all. When I went to America, I thought the prices were pretty comparable to what I was paying at home. So it was like, oh, so I'm paying for a meal, which is already expensive. Pay for service, so some poor lady, you know, can survive. Yeah, it's wrong. It is really wrong.
Capturing Baker.
Well, like
And
I
that's not
said,
even capitalism.
well, like I said, we're greedy savages over here in America. If we can get by being fucking cheapskates, we do it.
Enemy capturing Able.
You're definitely hustlers. Definitely hustlers. I must admit.
So sorry to talk shit about my own country, but that's who we are. We're greedy. The less money that comes out of our pockets, the better.
You're allowed guns. Do not just enjoy. Saviour the fact that you're allowed to self-defend. Over here, our police aren't even armed. That really says something.
Well, over in America, we have over 15,000 murders a year, and over here in America, I'm certain in Britain you don't have anywhere near that many. God, I hope you don't.
Gun related, yes, obviously, because the percentage of guns available over here is very minimal. But we have, and American people don't deal with like vehicular attacks and acid. I don't know if you heard about acid attacks. Acid attacks is rampant in London. So
welcome to the stream. Oh God, acid attacks.
Enemy capturing Able.
criminals will find a way. If it's a gun, if it's sulfuric acid, criminals always find a way.
Yeah.
That's it. Again, not to sound political, and I hate bringing politics into streaming, but not as a clear-cut answer saying that guns are an issue.
We have the momentum.
Because when I was in America, if I'm perfectly honest with you, as a British man talking to an American man, I felt safe in America because your police were armed.
Losing the fight.
I don't feel safe in the UK because our police aren't armed. Handgun. Obviously, when you go into London, police who, you know.
Closing with Baker. Enemy contact.
Oh, I agree with you on that. I mean, I suppose right now, in a way, it does make you feel more secure, but it's always usually the opposite.
Securing Charlie.
I mean, right now, when you have weapons, somebody always will seek a weapon of their own.
Enemy recon aircraft observed.
Maybe you British have the right idea.
Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover.
Just put it this way, sir. The British law is so bad that if you have a home invasion, the home invader's family can sue your family because he was murdered in your house.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous.
It's terrific. Yeah, there was a story of a farmer in sort of Middle England who he had a home invasion and he was the legal gun owner. We don't have handguns over here, but you're allowed to legally own a shotgun and some rifles, so you can still legally own weapons. And of course, he defended his property and fought off the intruders and killed them. And he actually went to prison because he murdered some home invaders. you just couldn't write it. You really couldn't. It's really sad.
Oh my God, I mean, yeah, that's ridiculous.
To bear arms, I know it's a massive talking point in America, but
well, it's just right now over here. I mean, people are just a lot more intense, for lack of a better term.
I think that's about right.
I mean, no offense to my fellow Americans, but a lot of people can go a little far with the whole gun thing. Nothing against anybody in the chat. I'm sure you all right now wouldn't be like that. It's just right now there's been a lot of bad things that happen because of gun ownership. But here, I have a question about Britain for you. Meaning, since you asked me about wages and all that.
Yeah, we should just keep doing this. This is good. I like this.
I do too.
Go on.
Alright, what are your feelings about right now with the Brexit and all that? Because Britain leaving right now the European Union must have been a real shocker to you.
Oh, that's a tough one. So are we allowed to, just as a caveat, are we allowed to discuss politics on this stream? Is that right?
Alright, I'm going to say as long as you remain sane about it, yes.
Yeah, okay. Right, well, I voted leave. I voted to leave the European Union. As a young English man, I'm definitely in the minority of people that vote. A lot of the younger generation, they voted Remain. I thought it was the right decision. I think it's the right decision. The fact that now we can trade, well, we should. I say we should. They're making an absolute pig's ear of Brexit, the UK. The best ally that the English do have is the Americans. 100%. I'm a big believer in free trade. We can make our own deals outside of the European Union. European Union. What people don't realise is it's a bureaucracy that ties obviously it was formed after World War II and it made sense back then, but it doesn't work. The European system has failed because originally it was we had to move our currency over to the euro. The euro has collapsed. Greece is in economic, like Greece the country, it's in absolute economic shambles at the moment. Italy are on the cusp of voting leave. Ireland back in the day, they voted leave and then they had to do another referendum to stay. I just think the EU is a pointless organisation. The UK held Europe. I say held Europe up with the assist of the Americans, of course. We held Europe up in World War II. For people to say that we're a small country and we can't hold our own is absolutely, it's just sad. But I voted leave. I thought it was the right decision. I know that our government's going to make an absolute pig's ear of it.
But right now, and then David was asking about no-go zones and the migrants.
Yeah, obviously, I'll try and tread carefully on this because I don't want to offend
We can't keep this up.
anyone. My intention is to
Recon
make. But Europe, just as America, we have a massive issue with it, with not Muslims, not Islam, but with Islamic extremism, and people have to make that. People have to make that
Counter recon airborne.
division of Islamic extremism and Islam. There is a massive problem with Islamic extremism, and the migrant issue in Europe is not helping. It is not helping.
Table is ours.
Germany made a horrific decision. Migration works. It always has worked. Jamaicans in the West
Recon
Indies moving to
searching
the
for
UK. It
targets.
works. Migration works, but what illegal migration doesn't work, and the scale that it is does not work. When you import a culture, a third world culture, into
Enemy
a
recon
first world
aircraft observed.
country, it does not work.
Enemy
Yeah.
contact at Able.
Makes
For a long
sense.
time, West Indies, Jamaicans, they did it. People from Ghana,
All positions to enemy
Africans, back in the day, back in the 50s and 60s, when they come into UK and assimilated naturally into society, it doesn't work when you have mass immigration.
Plug in at Baker.
The culture is not compatible with the free world. It is not compatible.
Yeah,
So
I
they
agree
have
with
to.
you.
I'm not saying that they're capable of assimilating into society, but they need to assimilate into society. They can't bring the culture over. It needs to be naturally assimilated because, you know, just like the US, the UK is a very giving nation.
Enemy line incoming. Get to
Very
cover.
giving nation. People all around the world a better life. But the reason is we want to keep the better life here, you know. we want to maintain our good life. We don't want to bring their bad life over here.
Oh, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, and right now your point's logical. I mean, it takes time. It's not going to be something where you can just bring a whole bunch of people over, and then all of a sudden you learn how to do things like
Enemy
that.
contact at Able.
100%. If you bring over people that, because I'm 100% for migration. 100% for migration. People leaving their motherland who are qualified, educated, and they come into fields in the UK, and you know it all works out well. Fantastic. You get doctors, scientists, nuclear engineers. You know, the person who creates the cure for cancer could be living in India somewhere. You know, just doing his degree in medical sciences, and he goes, "Oh, do you know what? I want to pop over to England," and we give him the chance. I appreciate that, but I don't want is bringing people who
Enemy recon aircraft observed.
fought in a war, Syria, I would say Syria, but you know they fought in wars. They come from war-torn countries. They don't have any skills that they can bring to us. I think the best system that they have at the moment in the Western world is the Australian-style point system. Move to Australia is bloody difficult. It is very difficult, and it's difficult for a reason, because they don't want to bring everyone in. They want to bring the best in, and that's what America and that's what English want to do.
Securing Baker.
Oh, I agree with you
Enemy bomb incoming.
wholeheartedly.
Get to cover. Enemy capturing Charlie.
As long as we can be sane about the way we do things, there's nothing wrong with it.
I've got friends and I've got family of all backgrounds and creeds. So I'm not xenophobic. I'm not racist or anything like that. Our family is from all walks of life.
They're capturing Baker.
Assimilating into one culture. 100%. My allegiance will always be with the UK. Well, I would say the UK. My allegiance is not with the UK. It's with England. England and the Queen. You know.
Yeah.
And I'm sure yours is with America. You know, God bless America.
Rest up for the next push.
Yeah. It always will be.
They're the people you want. You don't want someone coming. You don't want people coming from another country, assimilating into your society, and the number one, you know, what's closest to them isn't their country. It needs to be, you know.
Domination.
I agree.
Hold all
What
positions.
about yourself? I mean, obviously,
Keep moving. Advance and take position.
I don't have a
Taking Charlie.
I don't have a problem with people immigrating to America as long as they do it legally.
Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover.
That's my whole thing.
That's irrational. It's exactly the same problem over it. Exactly the same.
Meaning right now, I understand that people want to leave their own environment, need to leave their own homelands for whatever reason, but what are they bringing over with them is the main thing I'm going to ask.
And a big thing as well.
Are they going to work? I mean, right now, a lot of them are hard working, so I'm not going to go after them for that.
That's what happened in Germany. The big thing with Germany opening its borders to refugees, which is it's great in itself, it's very philanthropic, it's brilliant. But Islamic State, IS, they did say they were going to send terrorists with the migrants. With the initial migration wave, they were going to send terrorists in to kind of eat the country from inside out. They said they was going to do that. We'll get all worried about it. Don't be surprised. I understand. It's puzzling. It's perplexing. It really is.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I suppose you would have probably identified from my ramblings on them. I'm a little bit conservative, a little bit on the right wing side of life. And my position, just out of curiosity, if you don't mind. Obviously, there's no pressure. I know it's a big in America to talk politics, and they really don't like it. But over here, you know, I've got friends that are liberals. I've got friends that are on the left. And it's, you know, politics is politics.
As far as I'm concerned about politics, if people can remain sane and rational like we're doing now, there's not an issue. But if people right now start losing their fucking minds, then that's when I do shut down the conversation. I mean, I don't care about if people want to discuss politics, just as long as they're sane about it. That's all I'm going to say about it.
It brings the worst out of people, doesn't it? Really
I mean, right now, I've seen people, but religion is one topic I'll never allow on stream, just in case you're wondering where I stand. I'm pretty sure you are.
I did see it on your...
no religious topics of any kind.
Yeah. Obviously I won't touch on religion, like, start critiquing it or anything like that, but are you a God-fearing...
Sorry, but I refuse to answer. Religion right now is just one topic right now I can't allow.
Fair enough.
I mean, right now, I don't know what people's temperance is, and I'm not going to find out.
Incoming enemy artillery.
It's exactly the same as politics in a way. It kind of, you say the wrong thing and it just absolutely brings the worst out of people.
And I'd strongly recommend on your stream that you can allow politics. I just would never recommend religion.
I mean, I'll do a similar thing, to be honest. I try and obviously we use gaming as an escapism, don't we? We use it to escape reality. We don't use it to start incorporating the stuff that we see in real life. You know, we use it to escape into a new world. I would say World War II. but yeah,
that's all it really is to me. Meaning, gaming's about enjoying myself.
Oh, most definitely.
And when people right now, that's one reason why I hate e-beggars like DSP so much. Because they taint right now what it's about. Gaming.
And it's incentivizing. It's incentivizing. Like, donations is a good thing. I think if you... It's just like, you know, when you go and see a band and like you buy their albums, it's no different. It's an art. Gaming's an art form, streaming is an art form. You know, if you like someone, you support them, you know? It's no different. But what DSP is doing is he's incentivizing donations. He's doing it wrong. I mean, it's not in itself wrong to incentivize donations, but it's the way he does it. It's very deceptive and very wrong.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, I know you're a DSP fan, and I don't like to talk shit about him since you are a fan, but it's just me. Gaming is something that brought me and my mom together when I was a kid. I mean, we were dirt poor growing up. Mom had to really bust her ass to put food on the table, And gaming to me was a way we spent time together, a way we bonded. When people e-beg during it, when people use it for like e-begging and shit like that, it just pisses me off to no end.
It's just sad. It's just sad. And you think as well, like I've got nothing. You know, America's a land of opportunity. The UK's a land of opportunity. You know, if you want to stream all day and you want to make that your career, it's your choice to make that your career. It's nobody else's.
Amen, Roughneck. Oh, yeah, but I agree with you wholeheartedly.
He always puts the onus on his responsibilities on the people watching his streams, and it's not fair. His life, do you know what I mean? If streaming ain't working out for him, it's not for us to fund his lifestyle. It's up to him.
Amen.
To change it up. To change, like, I'll work a full-time job. I'll stream in my spare time. All right, I'll get one stream where I'll get 15 viewers. Fantastic. I'll get one stream where I get 2 viewers. It's up to me. I want to stream. You know, if I want to make something of it, I'll make something of it. I don't moan that it's not going right. It's up to you guys to support me because I'm the talent. It just doesn't work like that.
And besides, right now, I would, meaning he's depending on something as unstable as donations to live off of.
Trin, it's not right. It's not right.
Domination.
His outgoings are, because obviously, naturally, when you become accustomed to a lifestyle, you start having standard outgoings. So,
but still, right now,
I'm not sure how much he was.
I would never be dependent on other people, and I'm sorry I keep interrupting you, dude. I couldn't handle that mentally. Random guy, welcome to my stream. You like survival horror, random guy?
Man, it's just an English guy and an American guy playing some World War II. As it was meant to be 80 years later, as what we did, as what our grandfathers and great grandfathers did. We're killing some Nazis, we're getting it done.
I got caught in a crossfire. With me right now, I just like being able to stream and kick back and relax.
Exactly, you know, talking with people who enjoy it. Okay, alright, Star. I've got another question for you.
Enemy contacted.
Go ahead.
It's back on this US versus English thing. Why do you guys drive on the wrong side of the road?
Well, that's subjective. You're the one who drives on the wrong side of the road.
Even you drive on the wrong side of the road.
No, we do not. You guys drive on the wrong side of the road.
The steering wheel is in the wrong place in the car. The steering wheel will always be on the right side.
Dug in and able.
I went to continental Europe. I went to Greece, and they drive on your side of the road, also known as the wrong side.
No, Mr. Anderson, Toncho.
Enemy recon aircraft observed. By the statue.
I remember I was sat in the front of this rental car in Greece, and in on the left hand side, which is not typical. It's not typical for me, obviously. And I remember trying to take the handbrake off and put it into gear, but instead of leaning out right hand side how I should have done it, I instinctively went to my left and just fell out of the car. It was horrific.
Well, I can understand that. I mean, maybe it'd be harder than hell for me right now to start learning how to drive in England.
You get used to it. Like when I went to Greece, it was obviously I drive on your side. They, you know, you get used to it. You kind of have to hardwire your brain the other way. It kind of works. But that's another thing as well, Star. Why does no American drive stick? nobody in America drive manual cars? Why do they all drive automatic transmissions?
I don't know.
What is
Maybe
that
right
about?
now, ease of design and use. Hey, Rain Dornov or Van, welcome to the stream.
Whoa. Our man Rain isn't, he's not dissing the metric system, is he? Mate, the metric system works, and it will always work. It's millimeters, centimeters, meters. All count up from 0. None of this inches, feet, and acres and all that. It's all about millimeters, centimeters, meters, kilometers. Actually, kilometers are probably. We don't typically measure in kilometers. We measure in miles, but.
Baker, locked down. They're capturing Baker.
But yeah, do you drive stick, Star,
No.
or do you drive
Automatic.
Automatic.
Well, one thing I will tell you is, regardless, I will say that I never have been a big fan of cars. To me, they're just money pits.
Funny enough, as an Englishman and continental Europe, they all drive stick. And I've got a stick. Obviously, I've got a manual license because it's the main way of driving over here. But I actually do drive an automatic. I've kind of handed in my English card there and gone for the easy route. Everybody in England, because everyone drives manual transmission stick. They always
Domination. Take
people that
control.
drive automatic, and I get it a lot. Oh, you drive automatic? Oh, you must be an old man. And everyone takes the mick. Everybody judges, criticises automatic transmission drivers until you get caught in traffic.
Enemy has a...
It's the best thing in the world.
I suck at COD. Oh well, though. Gives a damn, as long as people are enjoying the stream.
Mortar shot out.
I must admit, Star, I'm not doing I'm not doing that much better. I'm doing what, 3 to 5.
Well, I'm
literally
doing
one
0 and
above you.
14.
That's it.
Closing with aim.
Oh, that's cool, Rain.
Capturing Baker.
And I hope you're having a nice night as well. Alright, I have a question for you, Mr. Anderson.
Enemy controls Baker. Azon bomb mission underway. Securing Baker.
If you're still interested in doing this.
They're flanking along the creek.
Yeah, go on, fire away, my friend.
I need covering fire. Dug in and able. Enemy
Hey, from
contact
Zero to Hero
confirmed.
Bolivia, welcome to the stream, dude. It's nice to see you again. Alright. What are your feelings on the welfare system we have over here in America?
Well, right, you might have to. Quick rundown on how your welfare system works.
Enemy capturing Charlie.
It's not something I'm.
You don't have it in England?
We have a welfare
Closing
sit
with
with.
Baker.
It's list, to be honest. To be honest, Star.
Recon aloft.
Basically,
Advising
if you're disabled or if you're out of work, you're entitled to a benefit system. If you're out of work, you're entitled to have a job seeker's allowance until you get another job. It's low payments. I suppose you could say, is it food stamps that they do in America?
Yeah.
Like that. That's pretty much what it is. JSA. But how does your welfare system work?
Offer a strafing run. Lost B.
Alright. Well, more or less right now, it's abused quite a bit by people. It's not really used the way it's supposed to be.
Capturing Baker.
You know, a lot of people right now choose to take advantage of it and use it for things they're not supposed to be using it for.
All positions secured.
I think if you offer services like that, if any country offers services like that, if that's going to happen, I mean, over here, I'm not sure if you're aware, but again, it's another borderline socialist idea. We have free healthcare over here, and Canada has the same thing. Free healthcare. Word free is slightly. I wouldn't call it free because obviously we get taxed a little bit more.
They're capturing Able.
Healthcare. What that means is people from foreign countries come to England.
Enemy mortar fire incoming. Clear the target. Taking Charlie.
So it's called health tourism.
We lost C.
And it's rampant in the UK because anyone's entitled to free healthcare. You could break your leg in the UK, completely treated, no issues, nothing to pay, nothing. Yeah, if I broke my leg in America, costs coming out of my ears would be like £10,000 or something stupid.
They're taking Able.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. Nice kill, Mr. Anderson.
Thank you. It's a benefit, it's a safety net, but at the same time...
Incoming enemy artillery. Get to cover.
But still, it must be nice to know that you can afford it without, right now, going bankrupt. Because over here right now, if you get really sick and you have, and you're poor, you're kind of fucked.
Then, so like, for example, if I break my leg or something like that, and I've got no money whatsoever, do the doctors just refuse to treat you? Is that what happens? Like, I am there, or free. Okay, if I got stabbed, if I was in New York and I got stabbed, and I was on the operating table, they had to operate on me, but I had no money, what would they do?
They would still operate on you, Mr. Anderson. They'd just send you the bill later.
They're taking Charlie.
And the bill would be like astronomically high, wouldn't it? It'd be like 20 grand or something like that.
Yeah. You pretty much end up paying it off for the rest of your life. Good choice, Rain.
You're stuck, aren't you, really? Because you can have a healthcare system like the UK that get taxed more.
Enemy capturing Able.
You get the general taxation in the UK is the highest in Europe, or you can have a lower tax but have to take out health insurance.
Well, all I can say right now is over here the only way to stay alive is to remain healthy.
They're taking Baker.
That's all you can do to take care. That's the only way you can keep your healthcare costs down, is have good health.
Yeah, but it's the same over here. You know, the waiting lists for operations and stuff like that is high. It's so high that I have to, you know, if I wanted to get an operation done, we still have private healthcare over here. We still have like healthcare you can pay for,
Enemy recon aircraft
which is 10 times better. But I'd just do that to skip the wait list, to be honest.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean a lot of European countries do it. Denmark have that sort of socialist free healthcare. But again, their taxation is through the roof. Do you want to earn less or do you want to make more? But you know, roll the dice.
Well, Rain, right now my name is SSG and I'm the streamer, and my guest is another Resident Evil streamer named Mr. Anderson. I'm sorry, I just had to tell her about that.
Yes, like Toncho, it's the American. It's the American is the stream host, and it's the English guy who's the guest.
But all I can say right now is that's one of the reasons I quit smoking, so that way my insurance premium would go down a bit. Plus, right now, because it was just fucking killing me slowly,
Right.
I had to kick the tar, Mr. Anderson.
Do any of the vaping or anything like that?
No. I never have gotten vaping. What about you?
Yeah, I'm generally a pretty healthy individual, I'd say.
Yeah, my advice to you is if you've never smoked before, just don't let yourself start now.
Yeah, well, over here, very expensive to smoke. Because, again, taxation. Because there's so much pressure on smoking companies, because obviously it's bad for you, obviously. It's the regulations over here are so strong. Like people do this thing where they go into France and they go to Germany with the sole intention of buying cigarettes, because over here, over there it'd be like €5, but the same packet over here would be like £20, £25, and it's not because it's more expensive over here. It tastes better. It's pure tax. Pure tax.
God damn.
The UK is by no means a tax haven. It's a lovely place to live, and it's a lovely place to grow up. It's a great first world country. It's very expensive to live in the UK, especially if you live near London, which I do, and it's very expensive.
Well, with me, I've always lived in small rural communities most of my life.
Domination.
So, with me right now, for the most part, I live very cheaply. Oh great, this hell map again.
So we'll see how this goes.
Move out and take position. Hostiles inbound. Capturing aircraft. Enemy controls B.
Gonna be fun.
Enemy has Anton. Kaiser is ours.
Hello?
Enemy captured Kaiser.
I don't get a chance to kill one without having another one right in my fucking face.
It's horrific, this map.
Even worse than Nuketown.
Enemy taking C. Counter recon disabled. Engaging enemy aircraft. C.
Is it? Here's another question for you, Star. Is it a fact that Americans don't get sarcasm?
Enemy taking C.
No, that's not true at all. We get sarcasm.
Contact at Kaiser.
But the British sense of humour is so dry and so sarcastic that sometimes I think people miss it.
Well,
is he being serious or is he not?
well, you do know that now. That's pretty much me in a nutshell. I'd say I'm a pretty dry sense of humor.
Engaging enemy aircraft.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd love English comedy. It's very dry, very sarcastic.
Enemy capturing Anton. Firing primary battery.
Another succession why English humour is so successful. Talks about politics, but don't bring politics into it.
Capturing Bertha.
Pure humour. He's back. How you doing, Dumpling? Trust you well, my friend.
Losing objective
Well,
Bertha.
don't blink till dawn. Welcome back to the stream, my friend. How are you today? I mean, lately I've just been blessed right now that when I return to YouTube after the forced break I took, that so many of my subs still right now came right back to my channel.
I find that when people, I mean, I'm starting to get it now. Like, I'm just getting a regular, like, supply of standard people that always come watch my streams. It's really nice. It's really good. It just shows, man, that people, like, you have that effect on somebody else as well. That they, they go, oh my, he's uploading a video or he's streaming. I actually have it with you, Star. Come up, oh, shoot, Star Gaming streaming. Oh man, I've got to check it out. Of course I have. You know?
Well, the secret to success on YouTube is to always stream consistently.
Engaging enemy aircraft. Enemy capturing Kaiser.
That's all I can tell you. Is the more often you stream, the more likely people are to show up for it.
Enemy contact at Kaiser.
Because they're just going to anticipate you'll be online.
It's a numbers game. I think questions. I think it's absolutely insane that America has 3 different time zones. Obviously, if you don't count Hawaii, because obviously that's got its own time zone. And Alaska. Does Alaska have its own time zone?
I think right now it's on Pacific time, but I'm not sure.
But yeah, over here it's just obviously Greenwich Mean Time, because the UK set the time for the whole world. One time zone, but over in America it's crazy. I can't even imagine, like, it really just shows you the scale of how big America is. You always forget, you think, oh yeah, America's just New York City and LA and stuff like that, but there is a massive, like, America is so diverse and so big.
Ah, fuck.
It's so diverse, so big, and they still haven't worked out how to drive on the right side of the road. Oh, I just had to get it in there, Star. I just had to get it in there.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, it's 123. Oh yeah, obviously, because he's from the UK. I was gonna say it's 123 over here as well. Don't blink. He's from the UK. Of course, it's 123.
I'm just killing every fucker I can find with the bazooka.
Tubing it. He's noob tubing it. Oh, I got killed.
Yeah, I know. But still. What amazes me about you Brits is that no matter how late it is, even my regular British viewers still show up.
123, and it's a Sunday. I'm still smashing it out, getting it done.
Well, and I find that amazing right now that that so many Europeans show up. Alright, well that's cool, Bearded Scrub. Just keep at it.
I think it's the way it is, my friend. Just a little anecdote for you, Star. I watch a lot of WWII. I watch a lot of wrestling. And I like watching it live. I like watching the pay-per-views. And I can't watch the pay-per-views over here at a reasonable time. Like, because your 8 PM is like 1 in the morning over here times. So I think the rest of the world is conditioned to the fact that America is 6 hours behind. If we want to enjoy TV shows or watch wrestling or anything like that, it's got to be on your time, unfortunately. We're just kind of, yeah, we're conditioned. I'm wired.
Well, thanks, don't blink till dawn.
Picking up quite a few numbers though, Star. I mean, last time I saw you had like 40 or 50 viewers on at a time. I think that's brilliant. Because it must be such a consistent, like, chat.
Yeah, it is.
Fun.
But, you know, this is the sole reason. This is honestly the first time I felt like gaming with subs has gone the way I've wanted it to.
I just do you know? Go on, sorry.
You know, Mr. Anderson, this is the very first time I feel like gaming with subs has gone the way I've wanted it to. Because that's the whole reason I created this. You know, that way I can just game and talk to my subs and spend time with them, but often right now it doesn't seem like it works out that way.
It was only because I've just got back from the cinema theatre, as you guys call it. I just got back from the cinema and I saw you streaming Call of Duty and I was like, just remembered that you was on PS4. I was like, man, I've got to jump in on this.
Well, I'm glad you did.
It's been a fun stream so far.
Yeah, it really has been. I'm surprised more people didn't bother to try joining.
PS4, you know, someone that, you know, the person who did want to play is probably sleeping, stuff like that.
Enemy contact at Kaiser. Enemy contact at Kaiser. Anton is out.
Yeah, there are a lot of people stick. I mean, tomorrow I'm going to be playing Emily Wants to Play. I mean, what surprised me most is Anthraxophone just blew my mind. He just kept on tipping me 20, 30 bucks at a shot. With me, that's kind of a rarity for me to get tipped so much money so quickly. I never hardly get that.
Yeah, as long as you have fun, that's the main thing.
Yeah, I mean, extra money is nice, but I never have counted on money. Like we said earlier, you can never count on what you're tipped.
That's why I couldn't work as a waiter in America.
Package observed. Deny the enemy resupply. All positions in enemy hands. Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover. Enemy care package observed.
Plus, I like chatting with people like this because right now, meaning right now, there's only one area where the people could be a nuisance to us from. And if we were on the PS4 right now, we'd have constantly deal with people trying to butt in.
Incoming enemy artillery. Get to cover.
I must admit, when you said, "Oh yeah, we'll jump in Discord," I was like, "How's that going to work?" But it kind of does, because obviously where you're streaming, you've got your microphone hooked up to your computer. And obviously you want that continued, yeah.
And plus, I can't connect it to my PS4 at the same time.
Yeah, it just made sense. I didn't know if you wanted to just, you know, play the game and not talk, but yeah, appreciate you inviting me on. It's been fun.
Well, meaning with me, that's the whole point of gaming with subs. I mean, that's why I created it, to game and chat with subs. It's too bad right now that
it's been good.
Oh, so you're leaving for tonight?
No, I'm carrying on, my friend. Whenever you want to call it, my friend, I'm at your helm.
Yeah, whoa.
If you want to carry on, mate, I'm right next to you.
Hey, Juliana. Welcome to the stream. Well, let's do a few more, Mr. Anderson. This has been the best call gaming with subs I've done in quite a while. I mean, I'm not ready to end it just yet. I see it. I might as well play right now for another half hour.
Sure.
At that point right now, I will have to call it quits. I have to do a few unavoidable chores like laundry. Just having a good gaming with subs, Juliana. And who was that in the background on your mic? Your partner?
What, earlier?
Yeah.
Oh, she was just hitting the hay, going to sleep.
Domination.
I don't blame her.
Yeah. Are you going to be streaming at all the rest of the night, or are you just going to...
I decided to do one stream today because I had to recover from a hangover last night.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I mean, right now, when I agreed to do shots, I didn't think everybody would tip me 40 bucks right away.
Getting it done, my friend. Getting it done.
Shotgun sucks.
Directional. You have to hit it bang on, otherwise you've got no chance.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Lord Rage gave me my first big break on when it came to YouTube by inviting me to, you know, stream on Biohazard TV. I was wondering if you knew about that or if you signed up for it.
I've got to be honest, it's completely new to me. What's that?
You haven't heard of Biohazard TV? Well, Lord Rage and Albert F. and Wesker set up for the channel Biohazard TV to do charity Resident Evil survival horror runs. We've raised about anywhere between $10,000 to $20,000 for charity.
People who play Resident Evil.
Yes.
That's nice.
Meaning right now, if you want to check it out this Friday, it'll be starting this Friday. Juliana, thank you for subscribing. Meaning, another thing is I'm going to recommend that you check it out and you send in an email. You know, if you can stream in a quality above 720, if you can stream at 720p or above, and you have the ability to use a computer, then they'll consider you for a slot.
Yeah, and I can definitely do that. I'll definitely meet that criteria.
Well, I appreciate the sub anyway, Juliana. Well, if you can right now, I'd strongly recommend that you send an email the next time right now they do Biohazard TV. The next survival horror charity run comes up. Damn, dude. We got some kills this time around.
I think it's because it's a little bit more open. We've got a little bit more chance to see what we're doing. It's not just like right in your face and can't really work anything out.
Well, thank you for killing him for me.
It's alright.
You got the guy who got me.
Oh, nice.
Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover.
I mean, back in the day right now when it was Black Ops 2, I mean, I loved it. But nowadays, I can't say right now I care that much about Call of Duty anymore. I mean, the sole reason I bought it was so I can play it with subs.
Yeah, I only play it occasionally, to be honest. Well, as you can tell from my grade, I only play it really occasionally.
Enemy taking A.
Get hyped when it first comes out, and then past that, I'll just forget all about it, to be honest.
Anthony's lost.
I'm just
Yeah.
on top of it.
All positions in enemy hands. Recon airborne, searching for targets.
He's got all the positions.
We can't keep this up.
Meaning, there's just so many toxic, racist people on this game. I mean, if you play it for any amount of time, you're bound to hear some racist or homophobic conjecture.
There's the guy. There's always that guy on there who's somehow slept with your mum.
Recon searching for
You're
targets.
just trying to work him out.
Or they keep bitching about how you're black or you use food stamps.
Enemy recon aircraft in the air.
Yeah, they're pretty horrific.
We have fire superiority. Firing battery 1. Target enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover. Losing objective Delta.
And it's just unbearable to listen
Popping
to.
Blitz Expo.
Yeah, the game's just pretty much toxic at this point,
We
isn't
need
it?
reinforcements.
Well, meaning it's the same with League of Legends or Dota. You know, those two games have pretty toxic presences online.
That's a shame.
They're both free online to
It's a
play
shame
games.
people, because you know, I'd say if like to like your Facebook account or like a real life alias, like you had to sign up with ID or something like that, people wouldn't be so rude online because of the anonymity of the nature of playing online. You have to make an alias, and the anonymity of having an alias, people think they can get away with anything. That's why you see a lot of trolling and stuff like that on Twitter, because it's just a handle.
Domination.
People can hide behind it. Whereas if it was connected to like your social security number or your ID or something like that,
Enemy control C.
people
Anton
would
is ours.
learn to respect each
Enemy
other,
care
because
package
obviously it have
observed.
real world
Deny them
repercussions.
every supply.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't tell you about getting in my Framemeister now, did I?
Securing Bertha.
Do you know what the XRGB Mini is first, before I say anything?
I know what the Framemeister is. Big retro game, but I've never heard of the XR. Actually, XRGB Mini, they've got that on
Enemy
there.
artillery. Get to cover. Enemy has
Oh,
Bertha.
what's that YouTube show called? I think it's like GameSack or something that was talking about the XRGB Mini.
Yeah, they're the same thing. XRGB Mini is the Framemeister.
Yeah, I know what the
Hold
Framemeister is.
Bertha.
Well, it's just right now, I had some issues with mine. And I had to ship it back to Japan. And it took them 3 fucking months to fix it.
He is lost.
And it's not cheap either, it's like
Caesar is ours.
$350.
pretty hefty.
Enemy capturing Anton.
Not a cheap device.
Anton is lost.
But I mean, wow, I mean, for what I paid, I expected
Diesel
better
bombs ready. Light them up.
service.
Yeah.
Losing objective Bertha. Losing objective Kaiser. He is lost. All positions in enemy hands.
To me, I considered that just a tiny bit ridiculous.
Incoming enemy artillery. Get to cover.
I don't blame you, bearded scrub. I don't use it either.
Recon aircraft scrambled. We hold Anton. Recon airborne. Enemy mortar fire incoming. Fall back. Losing objective Bertha. 6X bomb mission underway. Bertha is overrun.
I mean, and plus that's another thing is I don't really like Facebook a lot either. Because people can say, like you said, they can say and doing everything.
Securing Bertha.
Yeah, there's no sort of backlash or anything like that, or
Bertha captured. Enemy contact at Anton.
Alright, since we're gonna have only one more match to chat, is there anything else you would like to ask me about America?
Enemy capturing Bertha.
will America become great again? I'm joking.
Well, my honest
yeah,
answer to that is I have no clue.
Nah, America's always great, mate. It's always great. It's the best country in the world, by far, by a country mile. Nothing comes close. Always remember that.
Little roughneck.
Enemy recon aircraft in the air.
Meaning he said for that kind of money I should have gotten a BJ as well.
That's fair enough. What questions have I got? Let's see.
Fighter aircraft approaching target.
Any weird laws that only apply to your state, which you think, how odd? Like there was one, Nebraska, aren't you?
Taking B.
Yeah, I'm in Nebraska.
There was this law in, it was Arkansas, and it was
Enemy strafing
you
gun
couldn't
inbound.
fill up at a petrol station or a gas station. Fill up at a gas station without an attendant. Like you legally could not fill up. You had to get an attendant to do it, which is insane. Obviously over here, you just kind of fill up. Do you have any weird laws like that where,
Enemy care package
it's
observed.
just kind of a bit
Deny
puzzling?
them resupply.
Nah, there ain't nothing too weird over here in Nebraska.
State to state, doesn't it? Which is again perplexing. We don't have anything like that over where we are. We don't have states or anything like that because again,
Enemy
we're
bomb
only,
incoming. Get to cover.
you know, we're a country of 60 million people or 70 million people. It's not that big.
Taking B.
Still, it's not too bad in terms of size. Well, do you have any weird laws over in Britain? Let me ask you that.
Okay. We got a weird one. You're not allowed to.
Enemy bomber.
Not allowed to bring a suit of armour into the House of Parliament.
You mean like an actual suit of armor?
That it's illegal to bring us. Oh, hang on 2 seconds. Weird. Let's get the word in because it's very interesting. It was in the UK. I'm sure it'd be under this one. Yeah, that's it. So since 1313, MPs, so our equivalent would be like senators. Our MPs are not allowed to wear armor in Parliament. Like, it's just illegal. You cannot do it. They're odd.
Yeah, like it's not. It's just gonna heal.
Not allowed to jump the queue at the train station. It's actually illegal. At any tube station, you're not allowed to jump the queue. Like, I'll do it. But aside from that, we don't really have any weird laws.
Well, meaning, let me ask you. Over in England, you guys have Jack Russell Terriers. Did you breed them to hunt mice and things like that?
That is a very interesting question. I actually have a Jack Russell.
I do too.
She's actually a Jack Russell cross Staffordshire Bull Terrier. Yeah, she's absolutely insane. It's that Jack Russell temperament, you know, of just running around and just being absolutely bizarre. And yeah, wanting to know everything. But I think the big dogs, the you know, the common dog over here is the, especially in middle class, working class England, is the Staffordshire Bull Terrier.
Take position. Hostiles inbound. Capture Kaiser.
Oh.
And they would be akin to. They look very similar to pit bulls. They're not pit bulls. They look very similar.
Hertha is ours.
Liege unter Beschuss!
We have the momentum. Enemy contact at Bertha.
Really, I always thought, meaning when I read on a documentary once, is that Jack Russells were used to hunt mice back during the Black Plague.
That would make sense. Obviously, the Black Plague was horrific in the UK. Absolutely horrific. Like a bit of trivia for you. Oh, there's a place in Greater London, called Blackheath. It was something like half the population got, or a quarter of the population got killed during the Black Plague, Black Death, and they actually built a massive burial ground, good 20 or 30 miles of burial ground trenches, and it started in a place called Blackheath, in a town appropriately called Gravesend.
Taking B.
Because obviously it's the end of the graves. Bit of trivia for you. Bodies, it was literally like a 30-mile trench of dead bodies.
Enemy contact at Bertha.
Pretty crazy time to live, I imagine.
Yeah, I
Losing
mean,
objective Bertha.
back then, I mean, they would have no way to deal with the plague. There was science and medicine was extremely rudimentary.
Searching for targets.
But just building on that trivia point I said, it's illegal. You cannot build. Like, you'll go to Blackheath, which is in London, and London is a very metropolitan area, just like New York City and all them. And when you go to Blackheath, it's all green, it's fields and everything like that, because you cannot build on it. It's illegal to build in Blackheath because of the Black Plague, because obviously you know, when you build stuff, naturally you have to go down. You have to build a foundation, and they're worried that
Enemy recon
obviously
aircraft in the air.
you dig down, you disturb something that you don't
All
want to be
positions in
disturbed.
enemy hands. Kaiser locked down. Strafing run inbound.
Slam Bam 34, welcome to the stream.
The English are still worried about Black Death. You can't build on top of it. They're worried that we're going to dig down, we're going to uncover a burial ground in Blackheath, and you'll reinstate Black Death version 2. And
Well,
version 2 will be 100% worse than version 1, because obviously it's got like 400 years or 500 years of mutation and stuff like that. So
Securing Bertha.
well, I don't blame your own countrymen, because the Black Death could have easily wiped out the British people completely.
100%. Interesting facts about England. Actually, what I'll do, just for the differences between...
Enemy contact at Bertha. B is lost. Taking B. We hold Bertha. Recon airborne, searching for targets. Enemy capturing Kaiser.
Damn it.
Kaiser is
So what are
taken.
you most
Counterattack.
looking forward to this work week? Let me guess, the day it ends?
Enemy
I've actually
capturing Bertha.
got 2 weeks off
Fighter
work.
aircraft
I've
approaching target.
booked holiday, so
Enemy
I'm
taking B.
not working. Not working for 2 weeks, which is nice.
Damn,
about yourself?
nice.
Contact!
Well, and me personally, I'm gonna be right now. Like I said, the next day off I'm gonna have is gonna be right now when I actually stream the
Dropping
Resident Evil
Fritz
2.
Expo. Good work. Prepare for the next attack.
When I stream Resident Evil 2 when it comes out. Other than that, though, I have a few holidays waiting ahead of me.
I must admit, I'm just going through a list of differences between American and British culture. And a big thing I noticed when I went to the US is how good McDonald's is compared to the UK.
Remember your training. Make
You're
us strong.
serious?
Care package descending. Protect the DC.
McDonald's UK is shit compared to the US. Like, that's literally a reason for me to get a visa, is to have American McDonald's. It is fantastic.
American McDonald's sucks. You want a good burger, go to Dairy Queen.
Five Guys or whatever. Yeah, I get you. But in terms of direct comparison between the two McDonald's, obviously you do Americans. I don't know whether it's across the whole of America, but you do all-day breakfast, which is an absolute winner. I love McDonald's breakfast.
Dropping Fritz Expo.
Yeah, I love the sausage biscuits too.
Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover.
Hey, MVL, welcome to the stream, dude. I mean, I don't know where you're gonna be at in the future, but on YouTube, but I'd recommend that you don't enable super chats or sponsorships on your channel.
Enemy capturing Kaiser.
Meaning, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. It's just right now that YouTube gives you a shitty revenue split.
Is it kind of like what Nintendo do, where you're a partner on the channel, but you literally make nothing?
In the air. Enemy capturing Anton.
Yeah, it kind of is. YouTube takes 30% of your super chats and sponsorships, and Nintendo takes 40% of all your ad revenue.
Ridiculous.
And plus, right now, if you're in the Nintendo Creators Program, you can't right now live stream Nintendo games.
That's terrible, that is. Really on the back foot when it comes to multiplayers and stuff like that.
I mean, you can videos, but not right now live streams.
Enemy bomb incoming. Get
I
to
mean,
cover.
you can do videos, but no, there's no way you can ever do a live stream in a Nintendo game. And yes, in case you're wondering, they're very efficient at claiming your video.
That's wrong, that is just wrong.
Securing Bertha.
Oh, that's cool, Roughneck
Hey.
Renegade.
I would just say, your KFC, the American KFC,
Securing
absolutely
Anton.
substandard compared to the UK one. The
Incoming
UK
enemy
one is
artillery.
fantastic compared to the US one. Like in America, they've got like mac and cheese and like biscuits. Like, and again, your term of biscuits is wrong.
Enemy taking C.
An Oreo is a biscuit.
Enemy contact at Bertha.
Like this weird doughy bun that you call a biscuit is not a biscuit. It's just incorrect.
I mean, right now, I can't believe you said the McDonald's is good. Over here in America, in my opinion, it fucking sucks. Cheese never tastes like it's fully melted to me.
What else really annoyed me when I was an American star? Your bacon. What is that? That is not bacon. The piss that you guys call bacon is not bacon.
How so?
You come to England. You come to England and you have proper back bacon, mate. Fillets of bacon. Borderline gammon. Borderline gammon. But I'm telling you, tell you what, Denmark do really good bacon. But that little weird stringy thing that you guys call, like, I went into Target, I think it was. See, at this time I didn't realise that Americans did bacon differently. So I asked one of the guys, I was like, "Oh mate, where's your bacon?" And he took me to a little section where all the bacon was. I was like, "Oh no mate, really, where's your bacon?" And he was like, "No, that's it." I was like, "Mate, that's not bacon. That's like a bit of fat and a bit of meat. That is not bacon." Like our bacon is it's not streaky. It's a rasher. It's a rasher of bacon. It's a big thick thing that you put in a sandwich. It's beautiful.
Well, meaning
Guys,
another
I've really
thing
been
about you
unspoiled.
British that's weird that I heard is that you drink warm alcohol.
Carl, no, we drink cold alcohol. It's just our pubs are really shit, and we have warm. Like everyone says, "Oh, don't go to England because beer's really warm and the food tastes really bad." It's just completely incorrect stuff. It's completely incorrect. We do have cold beer. We do have nice food. You just have to look for it. Also, soccer. It will always be football. The centre of the world call it football. Actually, the only country that does call it soccer is America. The world calls it football.
Certainly do.
Gas and petrol. Like, what do you put in your car? Do you put petrol and diesel in your car, Star?
No, I put unleaded gasoline.
Oh, you put gasoline in it. Oh, well, I put petroleum. Unleaded petroleum. Call it a gas station. Call it a petrol station.
Enemy contact at Bertha. Enemy contact at Kaiser.
The term fag over here is different than what you call guys a fag. Obviously, a fag generally used as a derogatory term to describe a homosexual. But over here, a fag also means cigarette. So, just popping out for a fag. I mean, I'm popping out to give a blowjob to a homosexual. It means I'm popping out to have a cigarette. Fags over here. Bit trivial.
Wow. Meaning, yeah, over here, meaning we have our strengths, but we also have our weaknesses. The same with you British. It's been one thing I will say, Mr. Anderson. It's been nice to chat with you. But I have some things I need to do. Like this little guy wants out. And I have some chores to go do, so I'm going to have to end it here.
It's been a pleasure. It really has. Really
Meaning,
appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope we can do this again sometime. In fact, I will be planning on it.
Indeed. We'll just see what game we'll be playing next. Maybe Resident Evil Outbreak, we don't know.
Oh, I
But yeah,
would
I really
love to
enjoyed
do
this.
that.
Thank you.
No problem at all, Mr. Anderson. You are awesome.
My friend. All the best.
Okay, I'll see you later, dude. Peace out
Take
to
it
you,
easy.
man. And to everybody who came
Bye-bye.
here tonight, thank you. If you enjoyed this stream, you can like, share, comment, subscribe, or sponsor. This has been SSG, and until I see you again, peace out. And have a lovely night, Mr. Anderson.
My friend. All the best.